My name is Nusrat Mohammed, founder of Pwani Animal Welfare community-based organization. The organization is based in Mombasa, Kenya, and I started it in 2019. Pwani Animal Welfare is based on the One Health concept, and that is healthy animals, healthy environment, healthy people. What we do in Pwani Animal Welfare is we rescue sick, injured, and disabled cats, and those that require palliative care. Like we have cats that have cancer, we have cats that have autoimmune diseases, we have cats that are neonates. This is kittens who are barely a day old or 2 days old, and they were abandoned, and they require nurturing for them to survive. We also do annual rabies vaccinations. What I realized in 2019 is that there isn't much rabies awareness in the coastal region, especially in urban areas such as Mombasa. And people didn't also know that cats also get rabies. And coming from a predominantly Muslim community, majority of the households usually keep cats as pets. And so it was important for us to do that awareness of rabies so that people vaccinate the pets. People are aware of rabid cats within the communities, especially since kids normally play in the alleys with cats or with kittens that are just in the streets. And so rabies awareness is done continuously throughout the year, and the vaccinations are done annually. And we also do neutering of cats and dogs annually. This is also volunteer services of the vets. This also to also control the population of street cats and dogs at the same time, because street cats and dogs come from households. It is people who've not neutered their cats or dogs, and once they have litters, they throw them out on the streets, and that is how street populations or feral populations are usually formed. We also have an environmental conservation and animal welfare program in schools and in orphan centers that deal with animal welfare, environmental conservation, and also plastic pollution. As Nusrat, I have been rescuing kittens since I was 7 years old. I've always been drawn to animals, and I've always loved nature. If I wasn't in school in Mombasa town, I was in Kanamai, in the wilderness, and in the Shamba. So for me, it's animals and environment has always been a passion. But growing in such a traditional community, my love for animals was often confused as a Western concept. And it was always seen as something that was nonsense. So my dream of pursuing anything that was animal related as a career was always crushed. But as I grew up as an adult, I managed to do the caregiving of animals, the rescue work as an individual, until the point in 2019 where I saw that it had become quite a lot. And so with a background in psychology and background in mindset coaching, I decided to pursue my passion in animal welfare, environment conservation, and hence the beginning of Pwani Animal Welfare. What fuels my passion and my mission? I would say it's the youth. The youth are really interested in animal welfare. They're really interested in the environment, and I mean at the point in which right now climate change has adversely affected Earth as a whole. Youth being interested in what we are leaving them in their future is quite interesting to see them taking up those reins right now and wanting to know what is happening with this environment, what is happening with the animals that are being extinct or are being made ill because of human misuse of the entire planet. The beneficiaries of my organization, I can say, is the entire Mombasa community because all the activities that we do impact every corner of every sub-county. And we've impacted almost 8,000 people in Mombasa, both with our programs to do with neutering in communities, and also the rabies vaccinations that we've done 4 years consecutively, and the youth environmental and animal welfare programs, of which once the youth are aware of the activities and are aware of what we do, they go and impact their family members, and it is a ripple effect throughout the communities. My most, what I'm proud of is being the pioneers of this Youth Rangers program in partnership with Darwin Animal Doctors in New Zealand, where it's a whole curriculum for an entire year, and the youth partake activities in relation to animal welfare, including learning about communicable diseases between animals and people, learning about animal compassion, and we teach them that if a human being can be compassionate to a creature that doesn't give it anything in return but emotional support, then they can equally learn to have compassion for each other as human beings. Learning about plastic pollution, especially coming from an island where there is an ocean right next to us, has been also mind-opening for the youth. They've been able to learn quite a lot about their own impact, especially when we deal with plastic pollution and single-use plastic, and they see the impact of that wrapper, that sweet wrapper, and how it travels across the ocean and the damage it does to the marine life. Our activities in mangrove restoration as well has made the youth realize the importance of mangrove forest conservation in terms of offsetting the carbon from our atmosphere, in terms of providing a livelihood for the fishing communities around mangrove forests, and also providing that home for those fish. And another way, they've also realized the importance of mangroves in preventing soil erosions. This has impacted islands such as Bali in Indonesia, where land is lost due to over erosion of the islands because of deforestation of mangrove forests and any other trees around the islands. Some of the challenges that we have faced as Pwani Animal Welfare is the lack of community awareness on animal compassion and environmental conservation. It is seen as, again, as a Western concept. So we've really had difficulty, especially when it comes to dog compassion of dogs in the community. Like I said, coming from a predominantly Muslim community, dogs are often viewed as unclean animals, and how we've combated these issues that we've had in the community is by ensuring that the sheikhs in the community, if it is Christian leaders in the communities, and also any politicians, especially politicians that are youth, that we include them in these voices in the sermons, the Sunday sermons, in the Friday sermons, the importance of animal compassion and environmental conservation as well. Some of the strategies that we intend to take to ensure that the impact not only stays in communities but also grows, and hopefully grows in other coastal regions as well, is partnering with other environmental and animal related organizations, especially organizations in the government, in the sub-counties across the Mombasa County and in other areas as well. We've also trying to partner with Mission Relief Africa for disaster response for animals, because often you get disaster in areas like flooding or drought, and there's relief sent to humans, but there's hardly any relief sent to animals. And we often get called and told, is your vet nearby? Do you know a vet near here? Because the animals suffering and they also need help. Is there food that can be sent to these animals? So these are partnerships we are thinking about in the future. We are also very adamant on insisting in partnerships that give awareness in careers that are in animal welfare and environmental conservation. With that change, I believe that the more the youth are exposed to careers in these areas, then the more we have a better future in both those areas. So the Youth Rangers program started in an all-girls orphan center. There were 60 girls. And we started with them on purpose because we felt that often orphanages are usually forgotten places. People just go there, they take photos, feed them for that day, give them a good meal, and then they leave. They're hardly integrated in the society. And we felt like this would be the perfect program for them to have that inclusion in the society and to experience the world outside their orphan center. And hence the youth program was involved in the environmental conservation. It meant we went to parks, we went to marine conservation areas, we went to the beach for cleanups, we did plastic pollution activities. While at it, my background in psychology and mindset coaching, I was able to notice these girls open up, flourish. I was able to notice their curiosity. They're able to talk about the places they're from. Mind you, these girls are from northeastern provinces or places in the coast region where they're most affected by droughts. And so there is no community development in their areas. And so they're able to ask questions and say, in northeastern, am I able to grow crops? Am I able to get my soil to come alive? When they go and they see the marine rangers, they say, is this something I can do? This is something I love. How do I come from an orphanage and get to that point and be how this person is? And so that was a very eye-opening experience for us, and we continue to do that experience in orphanages to offer them that hope and to help them to dare dream and want to be so much more than just girls in a center, but also be girls that can eventually impact their community in a positive way in matters of environmental conservation and in matters of animal welfare.